Namaste and good morning, everyone. Let's do some prayers. Om Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parbrahma, tasmai Shri Gurave namaha. Om Bhur Bhavaswa, Tatsavitra Varenayam, Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi, Diyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Asto ma sadgamya, tamso ma jyotirgamya, mrityurma amritam gamya. Om se navavatu, se navnatu, se viryam karvavahe, tejasvi navadhitamastu, ma vidvishavahe. Om shanti, shanti, shanti. Om. Let's open our books, Guru Gita. We ended our last week's class with verse number 60, where Lord Shankar is saying the Guru is without beginning and without end. He is the supreme deity. There's nothing higher than the Guru. Salutations to the Guru. Tasmai Shri Gurave namaha. See, when we are in touch with this kind of a Guru, the Sadguru, only then we can understand these sentiments which Lord Shiva is talking about. It's almost like when you have seen the best, the highest, the supreme, nothing else comes close. That's what he's mentioning over here. And you see the Guru everywhere, not just in the form, not just in the statue, not just in the picture. You see Guru everywhere. Sometimes you just feel the Guru is standing behind you. You turn around. This is my Guru. Or Guru's hand you feel on the head. In the dreams also you feel Guru. You see Guru. You touch the feet of Guru. No matter where you are, whether you're walking or talking, sleeping, Guru is always with you. No beginning, no end to Guru. Let's start the class with verse number 61. Yasya smarana maatrena jnanam utpadyate svayam ya eva sarva sampraaptis tasmai Shri Gurave namaha. Evam vidham gurum dhyaatvaa jnanam utpadyate svayam tat sadguru prasaadena mukto hamiti bhaavayet. He's saying salutations to the Guru. By merely remembering him, one receives spontaneous knowledge. By attaining, everything is attained. By meditating on the Guru, Evam vidham gurum dhyaatvaa. By meditating on the Guru in this manner, one automatically gains knowledge. Jnanam utpadyate svayam. Automatically. By the grace of the Sadguru, one realizes what? I am liberated. That means all the bandhans, all the bondages, you feel free from. So over here, Bhagavan Shankar is saying that just by remembering the Guru, the Sadguru imparts knowledge to the disciple. Can we remember Guru like that wholeheartedly? There's no need to do a big ritual. It happens spontaneously. It doesn't take time. But we have to surrender. Wholeheartedly means you got to surrender. The more you surrender, the more spontaneous this will be. It's like a flower, especially the sunflower or a lotus flower. The more the sun shines upon it, the more it will open up. In fact, I'm sure you have seen that sunflower faces towards the sun. Wherever sun goes, it just keeps on moving because it doesn't want to stay away. It wants to keep on looking. So the more people stay in the darkness away from the light, the more they are in the shadow. Yet the more people stand under the light, the more they are brightened. So by attaining him, everything is attained. That's what Bhagavan Shankar is saying. If you have attained the Guru, you have everything. By meditating on the Guru in this manner, one automatically gains knowledge. So over here, Bhagavan Shankar is pointing our attention towards that service to the Guru is the meditation to attain the grace of the true knowledge. He's not talking about book knowledge. He's talking about inner knowledge. This inner knowledge is given only by the grace of the Sadguru. And when one has the grace of the Sadguru, one realizes oneself. One attains liberation and one attains the lotus feet of Narayan himself, because there's no difference between Narayan and a Guru. So, and this happens automatically. So there's nothing, no secret about it. It just happens through the dedication which the Bhagat has. The more they are dedicated, the faster it happens. Guru will never tell you what you have to do. We have to take the responsibility of surrendering to the feet of the Master. So there is from our side, there has to be effort first. Otherwise, a person can do the sadhana for years and years and years, yet still doesn't receive anything because the surrender is not there. A person who has completely surrendered, he says in a fraction of a second, Guru can give everything. Actually, if you look at it, not even a fraction of a second, that could be too much, a fraction of a second. Bhagavan Shankar is saying that Guru can give everything in just a 1,000th part of a drop of the Charnamrit. Like this, the Guru can give realization instantly. And the grace of the Guru flows automatically from the Guru to the disciple. And it doesn't even matter where the physical form of the Guru is and where we are. It could be any place in the world. The moment they have complete Shraddha, faith, surrender to the Guru, the grace flows from the Master to the disciple. Disciple. It's not just a student, it's a disciple. That's what Bhagavan Shankar is talking about. As a student, we think there's a business relationship between us and the teacher. But the Guru and the disciple, there's no business relationship. Okay. Let's look at next verse, 62. Brahmaanandam param sukhadam kevalam jnana muritam dvanda atitam gagan sadrisham tattvam syadi lakshyam ekam nityam vimal achalam sarvadhi sakshi bhutam bhavatitam trigun rahitam satgurum tam namami nityam shuddham nirabhasam nirakaram niranjanam nityabodham chidanandam gurum brahma namamyam. Lord Shankar is saying, I bow to the Satguru, the embodiment of the bliss of the Absolute, the bestower of the highest joy. Param Sukha. He is absolutely alone. Dvand atitam. He is knowledge personified. He is beyond duality, formless as the sky, the theme of the grand Vedic proclamations such as Thou art that, Tat Tvam Asi. He is one eternal and free of impurities. He is immovable. The witness of the intellects of all creatures. He is beyond change and becoming beyond the three basic qualities. Trigun Rahitam. So these are like a pointers towards Guru. We cannot define Sadguru. These are only the Lakshan. So he says, I bow to the Guru who is absolute, everlasting, and pure. He is beyond perception, formless, and without taints. And he is ever thinking, conscious, and blissful. Nitya bodham, chidanandam, gurum brahma namaha. So the very first line was Brahmaanandam param sukhadam kevalam jnanamurtim. Here he is saying that only the Guru, only the Sadguru is the embodiment of the absolute bliss. He is the one that gives the highest joy, bliss. We are all running towards the joy, here, there, everywhere. But the highest joy is only at the feet of the Guru. He is bound by nothing. Even the Vedas proclaim him Tat Tvam Asi. He is one, eternal, and free from impurities. So the Vedas talk about the Guru, who himself is the great witness beyond all creation, beyond the changes. Everything else changes, but not the Guru. Because the mind is always changing, the Guru is always in the awareness, in the consciousness. He is not bound by the changes of the outside. Even if the disciple changes, going up and down, the Guru always dwells in a uniform state. Because he has mastered the three guns. Because changes are always in the Prakriti. He is beyond the Prakriti. So that's why over here he used the word Trigun Rahitam, Bhavatitam. So he's beyond the Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. So the meditation Bhagwan Shankar is telling us to do, he says, bow down to the Guru, who is the absolute. And there's no one beyond the Guru. The Guru is seated into the consciousness and he perceives everything. Not only in his devotees, but everywhere. Even when Guru is in a form, Guru is not limited. See, we are in a form, but we are so attached to the form that we feel limited. Guru doesn't feel limited, even in the form. He can tap into any form actually. He can manifest himself in many forms. He can change his form willingly because he is not limited to one aspect or one way. That's why sometimes we say that I always have my ways. But Guru can have a way and Guru can change the way too. Because if plan A doesn't work, it doesn't matter. The whole Prakriti is under his control. We are limited, we feel desperate when our plans don't work. Guru doesn't get desperate. So Guru is not bound by the way ordinary people think. Verse number 63. Sufatik pratima rupam drishyate darpane yatha tathatmane chidakaram anannam so aham itiyut. Just as an image of crystal shines in a mirror, similarly, that which is consciousness and bliss, the true self shines in the buddhi. So in this verse, Lord Shankar is giving us a little example. He says, as one can see the multicolor light emanating from a crystal, the mirror reflects that light thousands of times. So that means if you put a crystal in front of the mirror, you will see there are countless rays of lights reflecting back. So it repels it back to the crystal and it reflects it back again. And when you take a crystal and the crystal has the light shining on it, you perceive only one light. But when you put that crystal in front of a mirror, that light is multiplied much more. I'm sure you have all tried it when you were little children. It's almost like a magic. So over here, Lord Shankar is saying that similarly, the consciousness, the bliss, the true self shines many times more when it is near to the Guru. So our consciousness, our Atma, we don't see the light, but when it's in front of the Guru, and if Guru gives us that Divya Drishti, we will see it shining manifold. So Guru is like a mirror. He amplifies that shyness. He amplifies those qualities of us. In fact, when we go to the Guru with a gloomy face, that will also be amplified first. We will see that why we are so gloomy. That's why we can very easily cry in front of our Guru. Whatever is bothering us, it just flows out. And ultimately, that our real shine, the real nature, we are awakened to. So to me, I think it's a very beautiful analogy he has given, which by understanding it, we can understand the relationship between us and the Guru. Verse number 64. Jnanam vigyan sahitam labhyate guru bhaktita guro partaram nasti dhyeyo asoho guru margi bhi. By devotion to the Guru, one obtains all knowledge and realization. So it's not only a theoretical knowledge, but realization also. Jnanam vigyanam sahitam. You remember in Bhagavad Gita also there is a chapter, Gyan Vigyan Yoga. There is nothing higher or greater than the Guru. Guru partaram na asti. Therefore, the devotees of the Guru should meditate upon him. Dhyeyo asoho gurum margi. If you are on that path, there's nothing else to meditate upon other than Guru. So by devotion to the Guru, one obtains all knowledge. So we are seeker of the knowledge first. We are all jigyasus. That's why we go to the Guru. Jigyasu. Guru gives us the knowledge. What happens then? We become pipasu. We want to assimilate that knowledge also, not just remember that knowledge, but there has to be assimilation. The rus of that knowledge has to be in us. Pipasu. Then the next level is mumukshu. We want to become liberated. And Guru shows us all that. But it starts from jigyasu. And in order to become a jigyasu, we have to surrender. If we have not surrendered, there's no jigyasa in us. So by devotion to the Guru, one obtains all knowledge and realization. There's nothing higher or greater than the Guru. So constantly here Bhagavan Shankar is saying, Guru is everything. That is the bottom line. He can give you knowledge. He can give you realization at will. He can give you all this only when you're ready. It's not that Guru doesn't have it. If 10 people go to the same Guru, all 10 will not rise to the same level because all 10 are not ready the same way. Who is ready will get it. So the devotees of the Guru should meditate on him. Guru partaram na asti dhyeyo aso guru margid. So he says that the only meditation for someone who's fully surrendered is at the feet of the master. The disciple should always meditate on Guru's feet. If you are fortunate enough to have found a Guru. Okay? Before that, sure, there are a lot of other meditations. But once you have a Guru, only the feet of the Guru. 65. Guru darshit margena manaha shuddhim tu karyet anityam khandyet sarvam yat kinchit atmagocharam. Purify your mind by following the Guru's path. So that means whatever Guru tells us and we keep on doing it. Why are we doing it? Because we want to purify our mind. The whole journey is the journey of the mind actually. But when Guru tells us to take care of this body, or do the pranayama, do the cleansings, that's also ultimately for the mind, because our mind is so attached to the body right now. So he says, take care of that. See, just like we wash our dishes in the kitchen, we are not washing the dishes just for the sake of washing. We are washing so that we can eat those dishes or cook in those dishes. So washing the dishes is the means to cook and ultimately eat. The same way when we are washing our body or we are doing the pranayama, but ultimately we want to detach from it by purifying our mind. So he says, purify your mind by following the Guru's path. Detach yourself from all transient things. Anityam khandyet sarvam. Detach yourself from all transient things which are perceived by the mind and the senses. Yat kinchit atma gocharam. The senses and the mind, they keep on running after those things, transient things. No matter how beautiful, no matter how solid it feels, in the Prakriti, everything is transient. Don't waste this precious human life running after the transient things. That's what he's telling us. So what purify? It can happen only if our mind is pure. If mind is dirty, we cannot understand it. And dirty mind is what? Dirty mind means a lot of desires, worldly desires in the mind. So purify your mind by following the Guru's path. So once you have taken shelter to the Guru's feet, a second thought should not be in the mind. The mind has to be fixed, almost like a cemented. You should not wander around saying that, have I done the right thing? Is he really the true Guru? The right Guru? Or anything else comes to our mind? Otherwise, this buddhi of ours, it keeps on fluctuating. Keep it fixated. If there is any doubt in your mind, that means you are not ready to surrender to the feet of the Master. And with such doubt, it will not lead you anywhere. But if you have fixed your mind at the feet of the Guru, if you have fixed your mind to the path of following your Guru, don't let any second thought awaken inside of your mind. Otherwise, a small doubt, it just keeps on growing and becomes a big obstacle. It's almost like if you have cultivated a land and you want to grow something there, and you become little negligent. One little dandelion, if you don't pull it out, pretty soon you'll have hundreds of them. And that's exactly what happens to our mind also. One doubt can multiply into many doubts. So detach yourself from all transient things perceived by the mind and the senses. That's what he's telling us. So this vivek has to be there, firmly established. What is temporary? What is permanent? What is true? What is not true? So here he is saying that in the second part of this verse, where he says, Anityam khandyet sarvam yat kinchit atma gocharam. Detach yourself, detach the mind. Don't let the mind be fixed on other thoughts, other way of thinking. Don't let the mind run towards the outside. Don't let the mind be drawn towards what the others say. After having a guru in our life, what others say, if we pay more importance to that, sure we will get slipped by. So don't let the mind be drawn towards what the others say, but detach from these things which are transient, which are not permanent. Fix your mind strongly at the feet of the Guru, by whose grace you will receive the ultimate and the permanent things. Because Guru's goal is only one, to take us towards the ultimate. Guru doesn't have any other motive. Any other relationship, they have some other motives. Guru does not have any other motive but to take the disciples towards the ultimate goal. That's the only thing Guru wants. Guru kripa prasaadena atma ramam nirikshyet anen guru margen swa atam jnanam parvartate. By the Guru's grace, the disciple should meditate on the Supreme. The path shown by the Guru leads to self-realization. So over here, Bhagavan Shankar is saying that only when one receives the grace of the Master, one can meditate on the ultimate reality. So we need that kripa, Guru kripa, so that we can meditate on the ultimate. And we learned earlier that Guru kripa happens when we surrender. So without that blessings, without the order from the Guru, one should not adventure into the deep forest, which we can't handle. The path shown by the Guru leads to self-realization. Whatever Guru says, to do that. Guru's words are even higher than the words of the Vedas. Because whenever there is a conflict, wherever we cannot understand, Guru's words are higher. If people enter the forest by themselves without the proper instruction from the Guru or the guide, sure, those people will be lost. But with the proper instructions An order from the master, the Guru's grace can make the supreme easily attainable. Sometimes we think that outer world is so complicated. Inner world is even more complicated. So that's why the directions from the Guru is so important. A lot of people, they just get tangled into the colors and the forms which they visualize. Or sometimes the darkness also they see inside. So that's why the connection with the Guru is important when you are walking into the deeper realms of meditation. That's what he's telling us. Verse number 67, Shri mat par brahm gurum samrami, Shri mat par brahm gurum vadami, Shri mat par brahm gurum namami, Shri mat par brahm gurum bhajami. He says, I remember my Guru who is par brahm. Par brahm means the transcendental absolute, par brahm. I praise my Guru who is a par brahm. I bow to my Guru who is a par brahm. Serve my Guru who is par brahm. I'm sure you have heard the Guru mantra from the ashram. There is a word par brahm. Om Namo Shri Ram Lal Prabhuji Par Brahmane Namaha. We consider him Par Brahma. He was in a form little more than 100 years ago, but the devotees say Par Brahma. So Guru, there's no difference between the Guru and the Par Brahma. Because you're not looking at the Guru's body, you are looking at the Guru's essence. So this particular verse can be chanted first thing in the morning, before even getting out of the bed. So simple verse to remember, but pretty deep meaning. Shri mat par brahm gurum samrami, Shri mat par brahm guru vadami, Shri mat par brahm guru namami, Shri mat par brahm gurum bhajami. I remember my Guru who is par brahm. So this is Bhagwan Shankar saying that I remember my Guru who is the ultimate transcendental absolute Godhead, Narayan himself. I praise my Guru who is par Brahma. I praise him. I am constantly meditating upon him, and his praises are constantly on my lips. Because when we say that there is nothing else higher than the Guru, then the praises automatically come. I bow to my Guru who is Parabrahm. I offer my salutations to him who is the Supreme Lord himself. I serve my Guru who is Parabrahm. So here he used the word Parabrahm. We learned this word in Bhagavad Gita also, Parabrahm. So this is a mantra which a Bhagat or somebody who's totally surrendered to the feet of the Guru should recite. Because by singing this mantra, we can remind ourselves what is our relationship with the Guru. With these sentiments, we raise ourselves to the higher level. Verse number 68. Anandam anandkaram prasannam jnana savarupam nij bodh yuktam yogindra medium bhavarog Vadyam Shri Mad Gurum Nityam Aham Namami. I always bow to the worshipful Guru, who is a bliss incarnate, who bestows happiness, whose face is radiant with the joy. His essential nature is knowledge. He is aware of his true self. He is the adorable Lord of the yogis, the physician, vidham, who cures the malady of worldliness. What a beautiful, profound verse. Says, I always bow to the worshipful Guru who is bliss incarnate, who bestows happiness, whose face is radiant with joy. His essential nature is knowledge. And he is aware of his true self. So over here, Bhagavan Shankar is saying that because the Guru is aware of who he is. See, we have forgotten who we are, but Guru always remembers who he is. He doesn't need to tell anybody who he is. He doesn't say that I am Parabrahma. He doesn't say I'm a yogi. But it shows on his face. He doesn't need to show anybody who he is. Because the Sadguru is absorbed into his true nature. So because of that absorption, everything is emanating from him. His true self. All the qualities of the outside are just to remind one who he is. But he is not touched by any of this. This is just the appearance of the outside. He is constantly immersed in his true self, in his true aspect. The Guru is the adorable Lord of the yogis. He used the word physician over here, the Vaidya. He is the kind of a physician who cures the malady of worldliness. So Guru is the greatest yogi himself, the Mahayogi, Yogi Raj. Because it is him who can cure the illness, the sickness of this world. We are all familiar, the three kinds of sicknesses we are afflicted with. Adi bhautik, adi devik, and adhyatmik. He can cure them all. Sickness due to bacteria, viruses. Physical sicknesses come from outside, then grow inside. That's why a yogi guru teaches us all those techniques, how to keep ourselves clean, so that these physical illnesses don't bog us down. Then there are illnesses of the mind, adi devik, which are mostly common these days. Because we have clean homes, clean environment, clean food to eat, but still our minds get sick. We make ourselves miserable. Everything outside working fine, but inside minds are restless. The depression. People cannot sleep without the sleeping pills. They cannot move around without taking other pills. Because unhappiness is a state of mind for a lot of people. So Guru cures that also for us. So Guru cures the adi bhautik, adi devik, then Guru even cures the adhyatmic sickness, which is called a spiritual sickness. Sometimes because of our own pride, our own ego, we just don't surrender to the Guru. And we suffer more because we really don't know who we are. The kind of a path we are walking, we really don't know how to walk, what are we walking on, and where are we going. But there is a little churning happening inside us. So Guru removes that also. So that's why Lord Shiva is saying that the Guru has the medicine for any kind of a sickness. Guru knows how to remove the ego. You remember Arjuna got afflicted with the ego? What did Lord Krishna do? Even Lord Krishna's own wife got afflicted because she was so beautiful. Lord Krishna removed that. Even the Sudarshan Chakra became so arrogant that I can go anywhere and I can kill anything. Lord Krishna removed the arrogance of that Sudarshan Chakra also. That's what Guru does. Guru knows how to remove the ego, to cut it down. He knows how to destroy this pride of the devotees. Because without this ego, pride, arrogance, we cannot feel free. In fact, more the arrogance, more bondaged we are. So let's stop it here. So next week we'll start with verse number 69. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaye Purnameva Vishishyate Om Shanti 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 Om. Thank you very much.